guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with an update for my project Polish. This is a project that I have done a lot in the past, but I took a break from it and I brought it back this year. It is a super fun project where you focus on nail polishes, and in the past when I've done this project I mainly been wanting to finish up polishes. However, the reason why I stopped it was because I ran out of polishes that I wanted to finish, and that's when I took a break. So this year, instead of finishing up polishes, I kind of go through them on a rotating basis. I want to use each polish in this project 3 times. One of them has to be exclusive, so used on its own, and then the other 2 I can layer with other polishes, I can layer with eyeshadows, things like that, but that's kind of how I'm rotating through this project. And it's mainly used because I want to get to know the polishes in my collection. I actually bought quite a few new polishes in the last 2 years or so, and I just want to get to know them more. So I'm excited to share with you the progress. I have quite an exciting update. Before I jump into the update though, I just also want to give a quick disclaimer why I haven't been here this week much. I missed one upload, and then this video was supposed to go up yesterday, but I have been sick. I'm still quite sniffly. My nose is still running. Yesterday I was very ill. I've been ill. It's been kind of building up, but yesterday was I feel like the peak of the illness. I slept 11 hours last night. I fell asleep at 9:30, woke up at 8:30, just knocked out for 11 hours. So I feel like, fingers crossed, I slept away the cold. But I'm gonna jump into the update, but before I do so, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So I have my little nail polish swatch wheel right here with everything that I've had in this project and that I'm currently having in the project. And last month I rolled out 1 polish and rolled in 1 new one. So that is the one I rolled out, and this here was the new color story, those 5 nail polishes. So let me talk you through them, and I'll share with you where I'm sitting today. So first up we have this polish right here. This is actually a magnetic polish. I feel like I can still see the magnetized effect a little bit, but it's like a pink to green kind of with some orange and just quite a dark and interesting color. But that one comes from Cleona, and it's this one right here. So this one has been in for 2 months. Most of them have been in for 2 months apart from the last one I'm going to talk about, which I rolled in last month. And this specific one I did not actually use at all in the first month. So it was one that I said that I wanted to make sure that I used in the past month, just because I was neglecting it the first month it was in the project. I feel like because it was a magnetic polish, I didn't know how to reach for it. It also wasn't a very kind of seasonal appropriate color for me. It is quite dark, and it's more something I would reach for in autumn, winter. And I guess we are in winter now, but we're more like winter spring, if that makes sense. But this one again, I did not reach for it all in the first update. However, I am happy to say that I did reach for it my 3 times. I was able to hit my goal on this one just in this past month, and I'm super pleased with that. I did reach for this one once. No, I reached for it twice on its own, just playing around with it as a magnetic polish, and then one time I used it as a base for an eyeshadow, on my nails. So I got my 3 use out of this one, and very pleased with that. So that means we have 1 shade rolling out at least. Then next to that we have this green shade right here, which also comes from Cleona. This here is the shade Royal Pear, which is one that is originally from the Stained Glass line. It was an eyeshadow from the Stained Glass collection, from the, I think, Earth Vibrant collection, that they made into a nail polish. And that is this green right here. You can see that it has this interesting kind of warm green base with a pink shift running through it, and again it's a very beautiful color. I did have a lot of green in this project though, but this is one that I did reach for once in the first month it was in. So I did have some use on it before, and I'm happy to say again that I was able to reach for it 2 more times. You can see a little bit of use on this one now. Most of our polishes are brand new, because a lot of the Cleona polishes that I have are either brand new or used only once. So with this one again, I did reach for it once the first month it was in the project. At that point I did reach for it on its own. So the last 2 times I reached for it, I layered it with other things, and I really like it. It's a beautiful, more spring tone color, so I was very drawn to reach for this one in the past month because I'm feeling a bit more springy, and I'm happy to have another rollout. So this one is also going to be replaced. Then the 3rd polish that we have in this project is one that again I didn't reach for it all. It was the first month it was in the project. It is this kind of orangey type of color right here. You can see it's a little bit sheerer. This is actually a mini polish from Cleona. This one was from the Halloween collection and it's the shade Pumpkin Guts. It's from the Halloween 2003 collection. And this one, again, I neglected the first month, so I wanted to make sure this one was a focus in the past month. And similar to the color Synthesia, I think that's how you say it again, I did reach for this one 3 additional times, which you can really see in the bottle now. You can see that it's actually quite empty. This one has moved very, very fast. I mean, 3 uses, as you can see, is already gone down, and I definitely had not even used this one before. However, first, it's a very sheer polish, so when I reach for it on its own, I reach for, I think, 3 or 4 layers, and it's also has some glitters and stuff in it. You can see it's quite a textured polish, and that means that it is a little bit thicker. So even though it's sheer, the glitters and stuff in it makes it a bit thicker, which also means it moves faster when I use it. But I did reach for this one on its own, like I said. I did reach for it on top of another polish. I think I might have even reached for this one on top of the Royal Pear shade one of the times. And then I did also reach for this one as a base with an eyeshadow, and then I put this one again on top of them. So kind of like sandwiching eyeshadow shade in between. I really like that too. So it was a very versatile shade, very pretty, and again, I'm happy to have it rolling out, especially because it's also already been in this project for 2 months. But yeah, I've been really picking up my nail polish use in the past month. I used to be more kind of excited and determined with this project. So again, 3rd polish in a row rolling out, but again, I'm very, very happy with that. The next polish is one that I had actually already done really well with in the first update with this project, and that is the one that I'm wearing today. That is this shade right here, and that is called Spicy Margarita. So it's also green, but this one is more of a vibrant kind of neon green base, as you can see, with a yellowy orangey shift running through it. And again, it is what I'm wearing on my nails right now. I decided to actually save this one until this update, or like my last minute cure for this update, because I only had 1 more use to go with this one. I already reached for it twice the first month it was in the project, and since this is such a fun green manicure, I wanted to save it because I'm filming this a couple of days before St. Patrick's Day. It's currently the 15th, so I'm hoping this manicure is going to last me until the 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day. It definitely should, but I wanted to save it for that. So I knew that I was going to reach for this polish, and I knew I wanted to reach for it for St. Patrick's Day, and that's what I did. So of course, since I'm wearing it right now, I was able to reach for it the 3rd and final time in this project, which means we have another rollout, and I'm very, very happy with that. Again, you can see what it looks like on its own right now. The other 2 times I reached for this one, I did reach for it later with other things, but super pretty, super vibrant, super fun nail polish color. I really actually like this one quite a lot. It's very, very fun. But anyway, that means that we have this one rolling out too. So we're going to move on to the very final polish, which rolled in last month. And that is another mini nail polish, which is this one right here. This is actually also from the Halloween collection, the same as the other mini pumpkin guts that I talked about. This is the shade Apparition, which is a really interesting color. You can see that it looks like electric blue to you, but it has a green base as well. I don't know if you can see the green base, but it has a green base with a really, really electric, like, blue shift running through it, like a UV electric blue. Super, super fun. It's very interesting. Like I said, it is a bit more sheer again, but it has been such a fun color. I actually reached for this one on its own, and I loved it that way, and that's the only time I reached for this one. So this one I only have 1 use on, but I think that's forgiving considering how much I've reached for everything else in this project. I'm reaching, like, I'm calculating now, and I've reached for everything else combined 9 times. Yeah, so I've reached for nail polish 10 times in the last month, which is really good. I think the first month I only reached for nail polish, like, in the project, what was it, 6 times or something like that. So definitely up my usage game, which has been really fun. I've been more, again, motivated to do my nails, which is why I'm having more progress. But of course, this one is staying in the project because I have 2 more uses to go, but I am foreseeing myself to hopefully have this one out next month. I'm going to try to stick with, like, having everything out within 2 months. I think that should be doable, especially because I only reach for things 3 times in this project. So looking at the nail polish wheel, it means that one was already rolled out, and all of these 4 are going to, like, roll out now. So the only one left we have in the project is this one right here. You can see, hopefully see that green base a bit better there. But we're gonna go ahead and roll 4 new polishes in. I'm gonna go pull up my Tiny Decisions wheel because I have them all in there, and we're gonna go ahead and pick again 4 new polishes to roll in. Hopefully again I don't get all Cleona, even though a lot of my nail polishes right now are Cleona. But let's go ahead and randomize and we'll see what I get. We have Cleona Mini in Ring of Fire. That's super fun. That is from the what's it called? Deep Sea Treasures collection. It is a dupe of an eyeshadow in that palette. So that is the first one. The second one is gonna be another Cleona. This is the shade Distortion. I think that's another one of the magnetic colors in the same range as that Synthesia. I can't say that word, but that shade. I think they were in the same collection, but that is the second one. I don't know what that one looks like. We have the third one, which is nice, not Cleona. This is Essie Bahama Mama. Super fun. Again, not Cleona, which I'm happy with. It's a cream polish as well, not like a metallic one. And then the fourth and final one is going to be another Cleona, I think. Cleona Warped. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get those out. I'm going to swatch them on my swatch wheel and we'll talk through what I'm rolling in. Alright, so I'm back and I have all my new polishes and it's definitely a new color story. So initially you can see I had a lot of greens, things like that, but now it's definitely more like purpley blue leaning and it's super, super fun. So this here is the polish staying in. That is the shade, what's it called again? That is the shade Apparition. So that one is staying in. Here we have Ring of Fire. Again, this is all like it's one layer. I'm gonna layer them up again, but that's Ring of Fire. It's like a kind of like a gold and red kind of shifting shade. It does look a little bit more muted, but I think it's also because it's very sheer right now. This here is the shade Distortion. It is a magnetic polish, but I haven't magnetized it yet because you should do a base layer first and then you can magnetize it. But I'll show you what it looks magnetized in the bottle. This here is Bahama Mama from Essie, and that is just a cream polish. I just touched this one, so it's a little bit like mattified, but I'm gonna obviously repaint that anyway. This one here is just a cream one, so that is really fun. And then lastly here we have Warped, which is also a magnetized one. Super, super fun. I really am excited for that one. I think that one looks absolutely stunning, so we'll see how that one looks. But those are the new like nail polishes. And again, covering what has rolled out, this is my new color story with these 5 right here, and I think that's going to be very fun, very different from what I had before. So also to show you the bottles, so we have this here is Ring of Fire. You can see what I mean with like that kind of orangey red gold kind of shift. Super, super stunning. We have Distortion, so this one is like a first kind of purple shade, and if I magnetize it, you can see there that it's like all the purple kind of shade goes to the middle and it shows like more of a green as well. Like to you it looks orange, but to me it looks green. It's very fun. I'm excited to play around with that one. We have Bahama Mama, which is actually almost empty. I'm looking at it now and it's like all the way down here. I need to thin this one out a little bit. I noticed when I painted it, so I'm going to put a little bit of nail thinner in there, but this one is actually really close to being done, which is interesting. I might pan that one at some point, but yeah, for now that one is the next polish. And then lastly we have the shade Warped, which is that one that I was super, super excited about. That one looks more like a galaxy. It has that green and purple and also sparkles, but if I magnetize that one, let me go ahead and do that, it pulls again all of the kind of bluish purple. You can see that to the middle, like it's just stunning. It looks like a galaxy. Very, very pretty. So that is the final polish. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit of a refresh. I'm very excited to roll in and work on some new polishes. I feel like I worked on the same ones for almost like 2 months now, because I did have 4 of the shades remaining from the first update. We'll see how much I'll be able to roll out next month, considering I rolled in so many new ones. But since I was able to reach for quite a few 3 times this past month, maybe I'll be able to roll out a couple. We'll see. I think if I can roll out 2 shades by next time, I will be happy with that. But again, we'll see how I get on. I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.